Finally, Spy Family Meremere. Having this, I can surely make it. First, I will make a hazelnut pie crust. Grind 177 grams of plain vanilla cookies until they look like powder. Grind 100 grams of hazelnuts. But don't make them as fine as the cookie powder. Mix the dry ingredients. Melt 200 grams of butter. Add the butter. Mix all together until it looks like wet sand. You are looking for decent consistency, but when you press it, it has to get compacted. Take a pie pan and grease it. Cover it with plastic wrap and try to place it following the shape of the pan, and leave a bit of the plastic wrap out. This will make the unmolding much easier. Add the hazelnut mix into the pan. Press it to compact it into the shape of the pie pan. I like to start making the floor and then adding the walls of the crust. Finally, I fold the excess plastic over the crust and gently press the top, while holding the sides of the crust with the other hand. This will help to give a neater finish. To the fridge for at least 1 hour. The first layer, I will make it an orange curd. I couldn't find orange syrup, so I decided to make my own. I will need 1 teaspoon of orange zest, the juice of 2 oranges, and 60 grams of sugar. Leave it on medium heat for 30 to 40 minutes and check it to avoid burning it. Orange syrup, check. In a saucepan, pour 90 grams of sugar, 90 milliliters of the orange syrup, 150 milliliters of water, a pinch of salt. Mix it and leave it on medium heat until it boils. Then add 60 grams of cornstarch. Stir until it looks kind of like glue. It's a little transparent and sticky. We need 3 egg yolks. Beat them to later add little by little the mixture we previously made. Don't pour it all at once. This step is to temper the eggs and avoid having chunks of cooked egg in our curd. Once everything is incorporated, it goes back to the saucepan. Put it on medium heat and stir for another 5 minutes. Take out of the heat and add 25 grams of butter. Keep mixing until the butter has fully melted and it looks shiny and creamy. Finally, add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to add a little bit of a citrus flavor. Pour it into the pie crust, cornstarch and egg, check, and we will add on top a little bit of lingonberry jam. We will use all the ingredients in the list shown on the movie. It goes to the fridge for an hour. Lingonberry jam, check. I found a mix of dried fruits that also had dried cherries, so I will use 150 grams of it. The pieces were too big, so I'm gonna cut them just a little bit. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a non-alcoholic cherry liquor, but I found this one that is extremely sweet. Dried cherries, cherry liquor, and dried fruit, check. I decided to make the second layer of the Meremere a Bavarian cream with fruits. In a saucepan, pour 200 grams of milk, 200 grams of heavy cream, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, 50 grams of sugar. This cream is like a creamy mousse with fruits. Put it on the stove at medium heat, mix it and wait for it to boil. While we wait, separate 3 egg yolks. Add 50 grams of sugar and beat them. Once the milk has boiled, slowly add it to the egg yolks while still beating. This to temper the eggs. Back to the saucepan, and to the stove at medium heat. Stir the mixture until it gets thicker. It took me about 5 minutes. Turn the heat off and add 12 grams of unflavored gelatin. Try to get rid of any gelatin chunk. Now we need to cool it down. Sift it into a big tray to make it smoother and cool it down. Put it aside. In a glass bowl that was previously put on the freezer, pour 440 grams of heavy cream. Now it's time to start whipping the cream. For an easy, perfect whipped cream, you need to always have the cream at a cold temperature. That is why it's better to use cold heavy cream and previously freeze the glass bowl and the beaters. I explain it better in the video I will leave on top. Once the cream makes peaks, leave it aside. Now it's time to check if the other mixture is cold. Once it's cold, it's time to mix it with the whipped cream. Add 1 tablespoon at a time and gently fold it. Once you have used half of the cream, pour this mixture into the rest of the whipped cream. And continue folding until everything is incorporated. In the movie, the slice of Meremere looks like it has raspberries and blueberries, so I decided to add 25 grams of both to the bowl of dried fruits. Because I couldn't find only dried cherries, I decided to add 25 grams of maraschino cherries. Finally, add the fruit mixture to the cream. I used a little bit more than half of the cream for the Meremere, but I ended up with too much of the Bavarian cream. But this cream is so delicious that I don't regret it. I only put the leftover cream in a glass bowl and let it cool to the fridge for 2 to 3 hours. Vanilla extract and milk, check. While we wait, I will make candied lemon slices. Cut the lemon into thin lemon slices. I will cut them in half to make them look like the ones in the movie. In a pan, pour half a cup of sugar and half a cup of water. Once the sugar has fully dissolved, add the lemon slices. The list of ingredients has candied lemon peel, and the Meremere has candied lemon on top. So, in theory, if I candied the lemon slices, I also candied the lemon peel. So, for me it counts. Let it boil and lower the temperature to a minimum, then just leave it for an hour. After the hour has passed, put them on top of a parchment paper and let them cool for another hour. Candied lemon peels? Well, I guess check. For the third layer, I will make Swiss meringue. On top, put a glass or metal bowl. Make sure it is not touching the water. Pour the 6 egg whites that were left from the curd and the cream. Add 200 grams of sugar. Stir in double boiler until the sugar has fully dissolved. Is ready if you don't feel any sugar granules. Out of the heat and ready to start beating. When they start to look fluffy, add half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. Now keep beating. Is ready when it forms peaks. Check by putting the beaters up. If it forms a peak that stands up, is ready. Finally, take out the pie, and you know the Bavarian cream is fully cooled down when you can touch it without anything sticking to your hand. Put the Swiss meringue on top of the Bavarian cream and make a round shape. Then make vertical lines to decorate it. The Meremere from the movie is torched, so I bought a small kitchen torch. Cute, and playing with the fire is pretty fun, but it's totally optional. Now it's time for the final touches. On top, put 6 candied lemon slices. Chop some salty pistachios. They are not on the list, but the slice shown in the movie has something like that as decoration. Also, it gives the dessert a salty touch that make it even better. It looks pretty similar to the Meremere from Spy Family Code White. Let's take a bite. Creamy, with a lot of texture and flavor. For sure worthy of a Stella.